Bang. Hey folks, welcome. This is the final 3 at 3 of the week. It is the 22nd of July. It is the 4th expiration in July because, of course, we had the first Friday of the month fell on the 1st of July. Now we're at the 22nd. This is our 4th expiration. We will have 5 this month. So let's get started with today's unusual option activity. This is activity that our heat seeker algorithm has ferreted out and found us great opportunities throughout this week. I would certainly emphasize that it has been a very profitable week for trades. And yet the market makes a big dive at the end of the week with the index is down over 1%, heading towards 2% seemingly drops across the board. So let's get started with a big winner, but also a lesson. And this is Tesla from yesterday, of course. So when you're looking at that, you're seeing, wow, Tesla, easy for him to say. Tesla was $788 when we targeted this yesterday. They bought 700,000 share equivalent because 7,000 options times 100 shares is, of course, 700,000 share equivalent. That's how much they could control at $8.50, and they paid $4 for it. That is a huge multi-million dollar, multi-hundred million dollar trade, folks, if they chose to exercise that. Now, of course, they have not, nor will they, at least in my opinion, but these options do have one more week to run. I bought at the money calls, as I usually do. I try to stress that if you're a new listener, viewer, what I do, folks, is I buy at the money. If it's a call, at the money call, and I sell upside. If it's a put option, I buy at the money puts and sell downside against it. As long as I do that 1-to-1, I have no additional risk. I cut the amount of money that I'm putting on the table, capital outlay, and I cut down on time decay, which for an option that only has 1 week to live is extreme. So how did this one play out? Well, let's see. Tesla traded up to $842 today. So that is what, $60 higher than it was yesterday? Bang. The big thing, the big takeaway here, folks, is, as I always say, again, as I talk about buying at the money, call or put, I also talk about emphasizing your discipline. You get 100% profit, you take it. You lose 50% in a trade. It does happen. You cut the loss. You don't let it run to zero. Now, every once in a while, a stock will open way up and we will sell for 200 or 300% profit. Fantastic. Congratulations. Every once in a while, a stock will open down hard. Maybe we had a positive read and it goes down 15%, blows right through the strike price of the option that I own. In that case, I would likely lose more than 50% on that trade. But I'm always watching and trying to trade to cut the loss and let the winners run. That's the way you stay in this game for a long time, folks. I've been doing this for 41 years. I would not be joking if I said I have done millions of trades. So I would emphasize again, cut losses, let winners run, 100% profit, sell half. If it keeps going, great. If it starts pulling back, exit the rest. That's why this is such a great teaching moment, because these options expire next week. We got the move. It carried to 842 from 788. So we all know that that's $64 in rough terms, whatever. $54, $56. What you've got to watch for here, folks, is, so we have that big windfall. It opened, as you see on the screen there, at 828. So there's no way any of your at the money calls weren't just exploding. You take that profit off the table, and now what do? I let it continue to run, and I roll a stop up underneath it. In the case of Tesla, about every $5. So as it ran from 828 to 833 to 840 to 845, I kept rolling my stop up. The last one that was executed, I didn't get out at the high of the day at 842, but I did get out at 836. I literally sold on the opening the calls that we were long. And then, like I say, exercising my discipline, letting it run. And then bang, all of a sudden it hits 842 and makes that big pullback. I didn't get out at the high, but I got out and I'm 100% out of the trade now, even though these options go till next Friday. Why did I do that? Two reasons. One, big weekend. I don't know what's going to happen over the weekend. I never do. But what I am sure of is there's 2 days of time decay over the weekend. So if I had more upside call buying today, would I position for next week? Yes, I would. But I would be doing it where the stock is now, not based on where it was yesterday. So again, cut your losses, let your winners run, take those profits, be disciplined about taking profits. You have a loss, cut it. Those are the way I like to trade. All right. You want to learn more about trading live at our event? Well, come to Rebelcon 2022, Dallas, Texas, Four Seasons Hotel. We're doing a classy event, folks. If you want to join us, you will get a heck of a lot out of it. If your grandchildren or grandfather or grandmother want to join, you should buy them an early birthday present and send them, or send yourself and let them relax at the pool. It is at the Four Seasons after all. We have special rates on the rooms. These rooms retail for over $800. Our cost on those rooms is less than half. So if you would like to attend Rebelcon 2022, go to marketrebellion.com/Dallas, sign up now. 2 days of live trading, barbecue, armadillo races, golf, all kinds of fun stuff, and a lot of like-minded people who want to learn more or perfect the trading that they already do and make more money next year. One of the best ways to do it, join us at Rebelcon 2022, marketrebellion.com/Dallas. All right, let's get on to the next one. IWM. Why? I talked about these yesterday. These puts, 70,000, that's 7 million share equivalent. Why is John holding his two sideways? Because that's one, that's two, that's three, that's four. If I lay them sideways, that's one, that's six, that's two, that's seven, that's three, that's eight, that's four, that's nine. You get the idea. It's hand signals for how we let somebody know across the pit when you can't hear what is really going on. So in this case, 7 million share equivalent of September 168 puts. Did I buy those puts? No, I didn't. Did I buy at the money puts? Yes, I did. I've already described why. I won't beat that horse. There is where the Russell fell to today, 179. So when we put it on yesterday, 181, it's already moved $2 in our direction, or about 2% to the downside. You see across the board now, NASDAQ down, this is just from moments ago, NASDAQ down over 2%. It's been one of the weakest all day. Dow down 0.75%, S&P down about 1.33%. So this trade also working out. When do these options expire? September, a lot more time. So what do? I take some profits today, and then I let the rest run. Even though we've got that weekend time decay, I sold downside puts against the puts that I owned here today to lock in some of my profits. All right, there's my buddy Scott Wapner, halftime. He's wondering, where are John and Pete? John and Pete are right here, folks. You see us all the time. And Pete does the take every day at 10:30 a.m. and I do 3 at 3. Let's get started with some fresh meat with Mr. Cooper. This is a mortgage company. I actually have a mortgage with Mr. Cooper. Well, somebody bought 10,000 of the August 36 puts with the stock trading at roughly 41. That's a big trade. They paid 90 cents for those. They're $5 out of the money. Do I buy those? No, I don't. I buy at the money and I sell a lower strike against it. Mr. Cooper, are people worried that maybe they're not going to be refinancing because rates are high? Are they not going to be buying as many new homes because the inventory is low and rates are high. I think we both know the answer to that question is this is going to affect housing stocks. That's why sentiment is so bad. Talked about that earlier in the week for the housing sector, and sentiment for the mortgage brokerage community. Not good. So somebody buys a 1 million share equivalent of an out of the money put. Love to follow that, and I did. So that's the first of today's 3 at 3. Second is also a put. It is out in August. It is JW Nordstrom. So the stock's 24. They're buying $1 out of the money puts, just $1 out of the money for August expiration. So that's 4 full weeks into the future. They bought over 1 million share equivalent because 11,000 times 100 is 1.1 million. That's a big trade. 1.1 million times 24 bucks, $24 million trade. I like following smart money, big money. That's why I bought puts in JWN at the money, 24 strike. I will sell lower strikes against it if it rolls in that direction. What if it doesn't roll in that direction, John? Then I will start cutting my losses. As we get to 50%, I'll be out of everything if that's the way it goes. If JW Nordstrom rallies, what will John do? John will sell his puts and take that loss. Like a man, like a woman, I'll do it. And I'll say that not every trade is going to be a winner. That's what you have to understand too. But if you cut those losses and let the winners run, like I've described in a couple trades here, I think you'll be at the tables a long time. Let's get to number 3, which is Snowflake. Snowflake, this is one that even Mr. Buffett couldn't resist. He was in the funding rounds for Snowflake and stuck with it into its up and down. Don't know how much of it he still has, but with the stock at 146 here, somebody decides they want a lot of September 130 puts. So stock's 146, $16 underneath that, somebody wants a lot of puts. They buy 6,000, that is 600,000 share equivalent. Big trade, 600,000 times 146 bucks. You get the idea. People are playing with millions here. I want to follow those kinds of trades. So that is the third trade today. If you would like to, folks, learn more about trading stocks, options, and futures, by all means, go to marketrebellion.com/get started. We have coaches there. We have mentors there. Think of a mentor as like a private lesson, a coach as a group lesson. We also have distance learning, which means you can pick up your computer wherever you are. You can pick up your iPhone. You can do it on your iPad. You can basically get our education anywhere in the world 24/7. It's all recorded. It's there for you. Intermediate, advanced, of course, beginner. You decide what's appropriate for you. Go to marketrebellion.com/get started. It's going to do it for me, folks. We've got our cocktail party coming up for all of our subscribers. If you were a subscriber, you'd be joining us live in less than 2 hours. I will be having a nice celebratory drink for some of the great trades that we've got this week. I hope you enjoy your weekend and have a safe and prosperous week next week as well. I'll see you then.